Hello everyone, so welcome to Angelic Tarot, and we're going to go ahead and do Aries for the month of June. So I'm going to be using the Lenormand cards. I've got a really beautiful card deck here that we're going to be working with. So I'm going to do a 9-card square for this reading and see what comes up here for Aries for this month of June. I'm using different, spreads this month, and I hope everyone is doing great. We're thinking about the Aries energy, praying to Archangel Michael and also to Archangel Raziel for guidance and protection as we do this reading for Aries. And everyone has their ways of putting down the cards. This is my way of putting it for this spread. So everyone has their style. And this is the theme for Aries. Okay, so let's look at that. Interesting. I love the 9-card spread. So we have past, present, and future, and we also have hopes, question, and the contributing factors. So the center card is the broom. Okay, we have the energy of the broom here. So this month for Aries is going to bring a bit of conflict, a bit of challenge. The center theme of this month for Aries may be a bit challenging or a bit conflictive, okay, because we have the broom energy. And broom can also represent like a repetitive pattern. Things that keep repeating themselves, things that keep coming up that are kind of like a repeating cycle. It can represent a repetitive motion or activity, something that keeps repeating itself. It can represent also sexual energy as well with this card, but it is a card, it can even represent like a self-sabotage energy as well with the broom. So maybe there is something that you may be sabotaging in a way that maybe you're not thinking or realizing this month, but it is a month of conflict or a bit of challenge, okay? A bit of challenge, repetitive energy, or things that keep repeating themselves. So it is a card, a month of, I feel like, karmic energy too. There may be something from the past, like I said before, that keeps repeating itself. The first card up here is the sea, which is the ship. And we have travel, we have new ventures, we have new energy coming in this month, okay? And there may be movement, okay, with something that you are wanting and that maybe stems from the past, because this is the past energy here, right? In the next card, we have the forest and we have the letter. So the next card is the letter. So there's going to be some movement with communication. If you've been waiting to hear from someone, or, a company or a relationship, a person in a romantic relationship, this month you may be hearing from this person, okay? There's going to be some movement with communication, for sure. This card can also represent a distance, the ship. It can represent afar, things that are from a distance. So you may hear from someone in a distant location, or that has been distant, okay? But there is some movement here. Right here in the bottom, we have the coyote, which is the dog energy. This is talking about you're going to hear from someone that you care about. There's a friend energy or a romantic relationship that we have here coming up in this card. And then right here in the bottom, we have the woman card. Okay, so this is talking about the lady, which is transformation and an end of a cycle. So there is going to be this, the theme for Aries is going to be communication with a loved one, and it could be also a woman. A woman is going to play an important role for Aries in this month, okay? So that is the energy here of the reading. The main energy of the reading is that there are some obstacles here, there's some conflicts, there may be some disagreement, there may be some arguments. We have the sea, the ship, the moon, and the lady. So this is talking about some emotional, there may be an emotional trip, or a trip that is very, very important with a female energy or woman that's going to be communicating, or is going to be trying to communicate with you from a distance, maybe a relative, it can also represent intuition. So paying attention to your intuition is going to be very important. We have the forest, the broom, and the birds. So the forest energy is the lilies, okay? There is some peaceful energy coming to you with a repetitive cycle, something that keeps repeating itself, something that keeps recurring. There's going to be some peaceful energy coming. There's also some wisdom coming, and there's a male energy as well. There is an older man that you may have, you know, a little bit of a conflict with or a disagreement with. We have the birds right here in the bottom, which is communication. This card can represent gossip too, the birds. So there may be some sort of gossip that you want to watch out for in this month. The letter, the cauldron, which is the heart, and the coyote. There is some good energy for relationships though. Romantic relationships are very well aspected because we have the letter, the heart, and the dog, which is very favorable for romantic relationships, okay? If we look at the sea, the broom, and the dog, we have ship, you know, a recurring trip, or a trip that may bring a little bit of difficulty with a friend, or a friend that may have difficulty, or a loved one with a trip. So it's not a good month for trips or taking trips for Aries. We have the letter, the broom, and the lady. So this is communication that's coming, a recurring, you know, issue with a female, you know, because if we look at the letter, the broom, and the woman, female energy, we are looking at that energy of like a recurring pattern. So we're going to pull a symbols card, just general messages here for you in terms of your overall omen or general message. We have soulmate. So this month for Aries is going to be a month of relationships. Romantic relationships are going to be very important, is what we're getting with that. And it is a card that talks a lot about beautiful partnership energy. So Aries, love is going to be very favorable. It's not a good month for traveling. There is some issues with a distant person, or a person in a woman energy we did see. And we also saw an older man. There's a little bit of gossip here that you want to be careful with. I'm going to pull the fairy of the month, or the fairy tarot card of the month for you. Overall, we have Ace of Winter, and it says, don't be deterred by challenges along the way. It's important to communicate clearly and accurately. Amazing news ideas that should be implemented. So it's a month of clarity, a month where you're going to clear out any conflict, repetitive pattern. You're going to be able to clear out any confusion that you may have. And to not be deterred by conflict. Do not be deterred by challenges that are coming in the future. But there is a lot of clarity coming up here for you. The tarot card of the month, generally speaking, I'm going to pull from my other deck. And it is the Nine of Cups, which is a wish. So a wish is going to come to you this month. You're going to have a wish come true. And just be very careful with a repetitive cycle, repetitive behavior, repetitive pattern, disagreements, sexual energy coming up as well, okay? I hope you enjoyed this month forecast. And if you would like a personal 9-card spread from me, I'm going to put the link in the bottom where you can purchase it. And I hope that you enjoyed this reading. Angel blessings.